Talks to try to end the Russian invasion of Ukraine are underway, but President Zelenskyy holds out little hope for a concrete outcome. At the same time, heavy shelling continues on several fronts, with Ukraine warning that a crucial 24 hours lies ahead. And Yosef Federman joins us live from Kyiv. Yosef, what is the state of damage from this morning's missile strikes?
Here in Kyiv, in the capital, we actually had a fairly quiet night for the first time in 4 nights. The situation, a curfew was lifted early this morning. The situation remains quite quiet here. That does not mean that it's calm. People are expecting more fighting. We have occasional air raid sirens. We hear occasional explosions in the distance, but for the most part, it's fairly quiet. All eyes right now are on the talks going on the northern border on Belarus. Ukraine dispatched a team of negotiators led by its defense minister to speak to the Russians. This is the first dialogue between the two sides, and I think everybody's waiting to see what comes out of these talks. The early indications, it's hard, obviously, to predict what's going to happen, but the early indications are not great. Ukraine sent a very high-level delegation led by its defense minister, but Moscow only sent a cultural advisor to President Putin. That's an indication that maybe Russia isn't taking this so seriously.
Yosef, not just Russia, President Zelenskyy himself playing down any likelihood of anything coming out of these talks. So meantime, Ukraine trying to beef up its troops with prisoners and reservists. How much will this actually help in its effort to fight off the Russian invasion?
So far, Ukraine already, I think, has surprised most of the world with how tough of a fight it's put up. All indications are that the Russians already have been slowed. The assessments in the West, in Washington, the assessments are that Russia is not as advancing as fast as it had hoped. And now you're getting pledges of additional weapons from the West, from the EU, from the US, and so forth, fairly significant weapons. So it seems that the Ukrainians are prepared to fight. They're making adjustments. They're moving people around, and they're expecting these shipments to arrive. So we could be in for a long period of fighting.
And the Ukraine's president asking that his country be immediately admitted to the European Union. He says we want to be part of Europe. Why?
Well, obviously, he has been leaning in that direction since he took power. One of the reasons, the sparks for this entire crisis were his efforts to join NATO, the Western military alliance. So it's a natural move for him also to seek support from the EU, and the EU has come to his aid so far. I don't know whether he'll be accepted. Obviously, it's a process and so forth, but that is his natural alliance. You see the EU pledging not only diplomatic assistance, but military assistance as well. So it's an alliance that seems like it's only going to tighten from here on out.
Thanks for that, Yosef Federman in Kyiv.